LeBron, in the first half, you passed Karl Malone on a stat that isn't a stat, but most combined playoff minutes and regular season minutes, so second all time. And then on that night, you also scored 56 points. Just wonder what that says to you about kind of the longevity, and then but still having peaks like this.
Well, it says I've played in a lot of games, and I've logged a lot of minutes in my 19-year career, and then on the contrary, I've been able to sustain my level of play. Continues to just try to break any narration of a guy at this age and this number of seasons on his productivity, and just try to go out there and just continue to make plays. Like I said after the last game, guys asked me if I could ever look at it, see if I can do more. I always try to put that pressure on me and see ways I can do more for this ball club, and try to figure out ways for us to get wins.
So, LeBron, you had some pretty good timing with an episode of The Shop that came out yesterday. I'll read you a quote. You said, when they talk about the best scorers of all time, they never mention my name, and it ticks you off. You come out and score 56. How has that entered into your mind over the course of your career? The numbers speak for themselves, but just the way your game has been perceived.
Because it's never been a number one option for me. I came into this league understanding what team basketball is all about, and the importance of the pass, the importance of your teammates feeling comfortable out on the floor, everyone trying to be in a rhythm. And I was just brought up that way. My little league coaches always just taught us the right way to play the game of basketball. The word ball hog was something that we despised of, and we never let creep into none of our ball clubs. We was just something that we never wanted to do, and I guess it just stuck with me, man. I've always loved the success of my teammates, scoring off a pass of mine, or even a hockey assist where we can get the ball moving from side to side, and but also knew that I knew I wanted to be a triple threat as well, to be able to score, at all levels of the game. To keep defenses, at bay, so they can't just, expect for me to pass all the time. And if you can do both, it really keeps the defense, they don't quite know what to do at times. And tonight was one of those moments where I just had it going.
LeBron, we've asked you about different milestones and stuff like that throughout the course of this year, and the answer's generally been the same, which is like, if it doesn't happen in a win, sort of, it just means a lot less. For this group, kind of knowing how badly it needed a win, too, how special was it for you to help provide that? What do you think it can do for this group?
It's funny. Sorry to cut you off, but it's funny. There was our guys were following me off the floor tonight, going into the locker room. I asked me, how does it feel to score 56? I said, right now, I don't give a damn about the 56. I'm just happy we got a win. That's just literally the first thing that came to my mind. And we needed, pretty much all of them, going against a team that's just so explosive offensively. And at any moment, just like in the second quarter, I could put 40 on the quarter, but like I said, I was just felt pretty good with my game tonight. Every part of the floor, and like I said, I was able to make a couple of plays to help us win.
Hey, LeBron, how would you compare the level of pain that you're playing through to be still productive compared to these past few seasons?
I don't really think about it too much. I feel it from time to time. Well, not from time to time. I feel it, but at the end of the day, if I'm on the floor, I have a job to do. If it gets to a point where I feel like it's hurting me in the long run, then I shouldn't be out there. But if I'm suiting up, then I have a job to do to go out and be productive. That's what it all boils down to.
We'll do two more. We'll do one with Melissa and Jordan Richard. Hey, Bron. Obviously, what you did tonight was incredible, but I think what goes under the radar a lot is just on a consistent night, what you've been doing has just been unprecedented at your age. What goes into taking care of your body right now?
The number one thing is sleep, rest. Obviously, I'll be able to sleep better tonight than I've done over the last few games. That's just human nature of having, your mind racing on what can you do to help a team get a win. Figuring out ways you can be better. But I get a optimal sleep, and then in between days I try to get a nap in as well, a couple of hours, but also just always, in the treatment room, in the cold tubs, icing down, stretching, eating right, putting the right food in my body, the right fuel to, to be able to play a game less than 48 hours later, and that's what's been going on. We're playing every other day, and we got another one on Monday. So, just trying to stay above the curve, and I'm always trying to be proactive and not reactive in anything that I do as far as, what I do before a game. I mean, a lot of people don't see what I do, but I get to the arena 5 hours before the game to start prepping, and both mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. So when I get on the floor, I just let it go.
Last question, Jordan Richard.
Hey, Ron, what you've been doing is truly remarkable. I just wanted to say that. But I wanted to talk to you about your skill set. It seems like every era that you play, you adapt. Whether that's side steps, I see you add that to your game. I see you add the three ball to your game. It seems like you keep improving. Do you feel like your skill set is still getting better at this age?
Well, you got to have growth mindset. And in this league, it's changed probably 3 or 4 different times on how teams play since I entered in 2003. It's been paint dominant. When I first came in, there was a lot of big fellas, a lot of bigs that you just throw the ball in the post and watch them work. And then, a few years down the line, it became more of a lot of just passing, cutting, things of that nature. And then a few years later, it became very pick and roll heavy. And then Steph entered the league, and it became 3-ball. And you got to be able to, you got to be able to adjust, man. And if you cannot have a growth mindset on how you can find ways to get better with the time, then you'll get left behind. And I'm one to I'm not saying that I've changed my game in any way. I've always just wanted to be able to have a game that fits any style of play or any era. I feel like my game will fit any era in basketball history from the time the great James Naismith created it. So, as long as I'm in this league, if the game changes again and I'm still in it, hopefully, I'll be able to continue to have that growth mindset where I can continue to adapt.